What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today, we are here for the APA week number 3 against the New Britain Rockruffs. If you guys want to see the team builder, there is a timestamp on the screen and in the cards as well, not the cards, but the chapters as well, so make sure you go and check that out if you're not interested. But if you are, stick around and make sure to leave a like and, of course, comment and subscribe for more content. Now, let's talk about the matchup. My opponent is the New Britain Rockruffs, coached by Diet Tight. Diet Timer is here, and we're playing against the team with Dragapult. So, fantastic. But I will say, though, considering that this is a team with Pult, I'm very happy that it ends up being, this matchup here, because I have a Mamoswine and I have a Grimmsnarl, which are both really good answers to Pult, whether it's offensively or defensively. And on top of that, I have a Milotic and I have a Mew, which can, overwhelm Pult in some situations. And on top of that, Dragalge, if it's not locked into a Dragon move, can be a really big menace for Dragapult. So I feel pretty good about my chances with that. But the rest of this team, oh my god, it's so scary. There's a Cinderace, a Jirachi, there's a Blastoise. The dark type of choice here is going to be the Galar Moltres, which again, not the best, but it is definitely a dark type that is decent. Toxtricity is there as an electric type, which can be kind of annoying. Comfy did not come to any of my mocks. It was the only one outside of the Kangaskhan that did not show up to any mocks, and I feel kind of unprepared for it. But if it doesn't come, great. If it does come, I feel like I have certain things I can do against it, but we gotta be careful. Mudsdale, threatening Mon, just annoying, super bulky. Heracross, honestly, if Heracross comes, it's not a good thing. I have to find out right away. Is it going to be Scarfed? Is it going to be Assault Vest? Is it going to be bulky as hell? Or is it going to be Guts? And depending on which set it is, changes my playstyle quite a bit. Thwackey, I don't expect to come, but it definitely has the possibility to come, considering I have a Terrakion and a Mamoswine, and I have Milotic, I guess, too. And then Kangaskhan, I don't, again, really see coming because I don't have a Ghost type, so it makes no sense that Kang would even come. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Starting with our first mon, it is going to be our Grimmsnarl here. Now, Grimmsnarl is awesome. Grimmsnarl is going to be my main answer to the Dragapult, which is really important here. But at the same time, it kind of supports in other ways because his team, his top end, the Dragapult, the Cinderace, the Jirachi are all pretty fast. So if I can Thunder Wave any of them, I'm in a good position. I have Spirit Break to lower the special attack of things like a Blastoise or a Galar Moltres or a Toxtricity even Comfy in certain situations. Wow, I just cannot speak today. And then Pult, of course. But most of the time, I'm going to be clicking Darkest Lariat against the Dragapult because it is going to be dropping. That's what my investment in the attack is for, so we can KO a no-bulk Dragapult with Darkest Lariat. Thunder Wave is great, like I said, but Sucker Punch also is going to be kind of kept in the back until I absolutely need it. If we expect the Dragapult to go for like a U-turn against me, Sucker Punch. And that's going to be really, really nice for me. So we'll see what we can do against the Dragapult. The investment that I have in my defenses and my special defense allows me to take a Jolly Bandit Cinderace's Pyro Ball from full, or a Guts Heracross's Close Combat. We also take a +2 Modest Blastoise's Surf, and we have enough attack, like I said, to OHKO a no-bulk Dragapult with the Lariat. And also, Modest Specs Dragapult never 3 KOs me, which is really important, and we can always just get the KO on it back right away. Next up, though, is going to be our Mamoswine. Mamoswine is super important in this game. It's the first time this season I'm running Thick Fat because my opponent doesn't have any Intimidate. So running Icicle Crash, Ice Shard, and then Earthquake and High Horsepower is really all I need. I don't need any other options. The only Pokemon that are taking neutral damage or worse from the Earthquake, like the Moltres and like the Thwackey, are not appreciating an Ice Shard. Well, also the Heracross, of course, but Ice Shard, Icicle Crash are going to do a lot of damage to those things. So having Earthquake is really nice. And High Horsepower is there just in case we see a Grassy Terrain Thwackey coming in. If it does, fine. If it doesn't, again, I don't need the other move. I'm mostly clicking Earthquake anyways. As soon as the Moltres is gone, as soon as the Mudsdale is chipped down, the Blastoise is chipped down, the Heracross is chipped down, and the Thwackey is gone or chipped down, I'm in a good position to click that. And while that may seem like a lot of Pokemon to get chipped or broken down, in reality, I don't expect more than 2 of those to come. Looking at his team, definitely the Dragapult, the Cinderace, and the Jirachi have to come. I also think the Blastoise has to come as well, which doesn't have any reliable recovery outside of Life Dew, so I feel good about my chance to chip that down. Then I think it's going to be the Toxtricity, probably comes, probably even the Moltres, but Moltres again chipped down pretty easily, and then one of Heracross or Mudsdale. So I feel like I have ways to break the team down pretty consistently, and that's what's going to be my main, chance of success in this week with my Scarf Mamoswine. We have enough speed on this set for, well, at +1, we have speed the Dragapult, a timid Dragapult, just in case. If I was going to go Adamant, which I was thinking about doing, going Adamant Scarf, I would not outspeed a timid Dragapult, which means I have to do this, unfortunately, but hey, it is what it is, and we have the Ice Shard there just in case things get out of hand. I'm mostly going to be clicking the Earthquake against the Dragapult, just in case, because then I can chip it down, then I get to the point where Ice Shard can actually get the KO on it, which would be super nice. Moving on, though, our next set is going to be our Mew. This is the one set I'm super uncomfortable with. I'm not really happy with this set here, but it's a set that can do a lot of work if I get set up in the right situation. We are Earthquake and Triple Axle once again, just like last week with the Dragon Dance. Again, I believe last week we actually didn't get the chance to show it off. We were going to get the KO with it. We actually, for the records, we did get the KO with it after the DC, but this coverage is really good. And then Leaf Blade is there because the main things we want to weaken down are going to be things like the Blastoise and the Mudsdale, and of course the Heracross, but Heracross is not appreciating taking a Triple Axle anyways, and doesn't have like Drain Punch or anything like that. It's going to have to go for a Mega Horn to be able to get the KO on me. The Leaf Blade is mostly there for the Blastoise and the Mudsdale, like I was saying. Our investment in speed is there specifically for the Galar Moltres, that's the one. And in reality, it's pretty important. I originally had speed for the Jirachi, but I don't need that anymore, okay? Its stabs are, the Mammal stabs rather, are awesome. And then we have the Cacet Berry for the Dragapult in the event I need to click a Dragon Dance in front of that thing, and I really may not want to do that. The reason I don't like this set so much is because I may have to worry about Sucker Punch on both Dragapult and on Cinderace, or them being scarfed, and that can be really scary. But if I get this thing in on something like Toxtricity, I can eat any Specs attack, and I can go for a Dragon Dance and an Earthquake. As long as there's not a random Specs, or not Specs, when I'm saying Sucker Punch, I'll be in a good spot, and they may not know I might have Roost on this set, and that can be very, very scary for my opponent to deal with. And not a lot of teams can deal with the stab of Mamoswine twice, from Mammal and from Mew. So again, it's a really cool option that I have here. Our next one is going to be our lead here. It is a Sash Terrakion once again. This time though, we're not meant to get up rocks. Our goal is to break. And I could go and have enough speed for the Jirachi. I don't think it'll have that much speed on the Jirachi, so I went with enough speed for the Galar Moltres. Close combat, Earthquake, and Stone Edge hits the entire team for really good damage. Against specifically the Mudsdale, I Toxic that thing. Against Blastoise, depending on what I'm expecting to happen, if it's like a lead situation, I'm probably going to click the close combat to try and get like 40% off on it. But if it's not a lead situation, I might just Toxic it in case it goes for like a Shell Smash or something, because then my priority can really chip it down, which is something that I need to be aware of. So yeah, that's going to be our Terrakion. Our investment that we have in our bulk, I actually did this right before I joined the team in. Our investment allows me to take a Adamant Banded Dragon Darts from the Dragapult. So in case it's a lead of Darts, Dragapult against my Terrakion, I will always take the hit no matter what, and then fire off a Stone Edge, which will do a shit ton of damage, putting it in range of Ice Shard from Mamo, which is just very important for my team. Our next mon is going to be our Milotic here, making its return with the Rocky Helmet this week. Max defense, max HP, Ice Beam, Flip Turn, Recover, and Haze. Haze is there for the Blastoise, really, that's the biggest reason. I guess also for Jirachi in case it's a Calm Mind set, and maybe a bit for the Galar Moltres. But again, the main thing is going to be the Jirachi and the Blastoise. But really, this Pokemon is meant to be an answer and just take hits from the Cinderace, and hopefully I can get a burn on this thing. If I get burnt, that'd be awesome. If I get regular poisoned, I'll take it too. But if I get burnt, that's just fantastic, because then I get the Marvel scale while still keeping the Rocky Helmet intact, which is awesome against things like a Heracross or Thwackey that might be going for Grassy Glides or U-turns or whatever. Dragapult going for U-turns or Phantom Forces or whatever. Cinderace going for basically any of its attacks inside like Pyro Ball is just really, really good for me to get that chip that I need for my priority to really wear down his team. That's really it. Moving on to our next mon, it is going to be the hopeful win con this week, and that's going to be our Tornadus here. We are running Hurricane, Dark Pulse, Nasty Plot, and Agility. Dual Dance Torn, and this thing is really cool. We have enough speed on the set for the Jirachi, just in case it is running a very fast Jirachi. Basically, the goal with this thing is to bring it in on something like the Blastoise, like the Moltres in certain situations, like the Mudsdale eventually, because if it's going for Earthquake, it's going to be immune. And then if it goes for a Body Press, it's resisted. I don't really anticipate to go for a rock move against me. I think a switch into the Jirachi is a bit more likely, and then I can fire off a Life Orb boosted Dark Pulse that's probably going to be at +2, or if I decide I need the speed, I can go for an Agility instead. And if I get both up, as long as I'm landing Hurricanes, it's going to be game over, which is super, super important. And that's really going to be it with our Tornadus in terms of the offensive capabilities. But defensively, we take an Expert Belt Modest Dragapulse Thunderbolt, which is amazing. We also take a Specs Modest Shadow Ball, and we take in Dragon Fang boosted Adamant Dragon Darts, and we also take an Adamant Cinderace's Pyro Ball if it's like Boots or something. So yeah, that's going to be our team for this week's battle. I'm hoping that he brings a Boots Cinderace, but honestly, a Choice Band set is the scariest one, so fingers crossed, we'll see how it goes. Guys, that is going to be our team for the battle, and let's do it. It is time to battle. Alright everyone, we are back, and looking at the team, this is exactly what I was expecting. I'm very happy to see this. We have the top three being the Dragapult, the Cinderace, the Jirachi, there's the Blastoise, and the Mudsdale. I was expecting two of the five I was mentioning, that the Blastoise, the Mudsdale, the Thwackey, the Moltres, and the Heracross, and then the last one, I was definitely expecting Toxtricity there, so I'm happy to see that. Alright, what I'm leading with here, it's pretty straightforward. I'm leading with Terrakion. His only rocker is the Mudsdale. If I can get a Toxic on that, that's really big for me. So yeah, the punish right now is if it's rest, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and lead with this. He's taking a little bit more time to decide his lead. Maybe it's Jirachi, maybe it's Dragapult, whatever it is. I can take any one hit from any single thing because I have my my Sash, and at the same time I do take Adamant Band, Dragapult, Dragon Darts as well, which is huge for me. So yeah, we'll see. We are currently 1-1 +1. A win here would go a long way for us, especially considering that next week is our last week using this current team. After that, it'll be the next team that we already drafted. You guys will see a draft analysis for that at some point in the next week or two, I'd imagine. But yeah, we're going to see what Jason decides to lead with. Diet timer, hopefully no timer shenanigans. There shouldn't be any timer shenanigans this time around, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Alright, also, I think I forgot to mention it, but of course, leave a like, guys, and comment as well. We're doing a special campaign. At least we're going to start for just January, see how it goes. We're going to do, for every like we get on the video, it's 2 push-ups I'm going to be doing, and for every comment, I'm going to be doing 5 sit-ups. And all that's going to be proof, or the proof will be on my Twitter, just to show that I'm actually doing it, and not just doing it for the interaction. But hey, let's go ahead and jump into it. It is time to battle. What is Jason going to be leading with here? He did bring all Pokemon, so we'll see. Maybe it's Jirachi, maybe he just ran out of time and ended up defaulting to Jirachi, so let's see, what is the lead here? Osiris, which is the Mudsdale. Unfortunate. We can Toxic this. Pretty straightforward. We Toxic it, and then we go from there. I imagine this goes for rocks, but I'm going to go for my Toxic. Get some chip on it, close combat it, wear it down. That's really the plan. Once this thing is chipped, it's just good for me in general. Alright, so Mudsdale, defensive, against my Terrakion. We should be doing with close combat 38 to 45, so we see Stealth Rocks come out. Alright. This thing does have rocks. Question now is, what is he going to go into here? I think close combat, though, is still my play. We get 38 to 45% off on this thing, which is huge damage. Close combat, as long as it's not Rocky Helmet, it's huge for us. Is it Helmet? Is it Helmet? It doesn't look like it's Helmet. It is not Helmet, as it goes for a Toxic on me. Okay. So my Sash is broken now either way. This thing is chipped down a bit. It's got Toxic. I imagine it's got Body Press and Earthquake after his final move. Toxic. Imagine, again, Body Press and Earthquake, and it is leftovers as well. So that's good to know. I can be pretty confident it doesn't have the rest this week. My question, though, is do I try and just sack this off now? Is that my play? I can go hard into Milo, as we're lagging right now. Damn, that's not good. I'm going to go hard into Milo here. I want to try and chip it down a bit, and I think I can afford to do that. So I'm going to go hard into Milo here. We have a good bit of health on Terrakion still, so we should be able to take like a Pyro Ball from the Cinderace, even if it's a Choice Band set. So this thing goes for a Body Press. That's great for me. That's what I prefer, I think. We see a Body Press. Good. So it's at +1. We're at 160. Oh my god, that's so much damage. Okay. Well, I think it's actually going to drop now to the next few attacks. So I can either go for Recover here, or I can just go for a Flip Turn. What is the play? What is the play? Do we see him switching out? I can go for an Ice Beam here. I think if I get Toxic, how bad is that for me? I don't think it's that bad considering that I'm not really going to keep this thing around very often. I'd rather get the defense boost. So I'm going to go for the Recover here. If I get Toxic, so be it. Obviously, the best plan is going to be for him to miss Toxic. That'd be the #1 solution, but I'll get my my boost off, my Marvel skill, and I still have Rocky Helmet intact as well, which is going to be huge. So we see a Toxic come out, and he does connect, which is fine, completely okay with me. And he's going to drop down to the Toxic. So Terrakion taking down a Mudsdale, absolutely huge for me. I will definitely take it. All right. So this thing should drop here. If it doesn't, I just go for a Flip Turn. Do I prefer if it? I think I prefer if it stays alive. I want it to stay alive right now. It's not going to, but it'd be great if it did. Yeah, so there you go. Down goes the Mudsdale early on. He gets up his rocks. He gets Toxic on 2 of my Mons. And I believe Toxtricity can come in now. If I see Toxtricity, what is my play? Is my play just a U-turn or to Flip Turn? Nameless. That's the Toxtricity, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. So, what is the play? What is my play as we are lagging once again? I think my play is going to go hard Terrakion. It's hard Terrakion here. We'll see what he wants to do. We'll see a Boom Burst or a Shift Gear or whatever. But I'm going to switch out. I think an Electric Move is pretty obvious. If not that, like the Boom Burst or whatever. But it's still resisted. Everything this thing wants to go for other than Electric Move is resisted. We're going to see an Overdrive. So hard for the Overdrive, which was surprising. 149 down to 47. So that's 102 points of health. So let's take a look at that. So we have Toxtricity doing 102 to me with Overdrive. It's not, so okay, it's not boosting item, that's for sure. Let's see, Max Timid Overdrive will do at the very most 105. If it's modest, I imagine it's still a roll for both. Yeah, so it's possible that he's just not boosting. Let's see. I think we'll find out right now if he's Scarf or not. We'll find out right now. So I'm gonna go for the Earthquake here. We'll get some chip on this, which will be good. That's the focus. This should KO through a Shuckaberry. Unless it's got heavy defense investment. It is Scarfed. Okay. So that's unfortunate because we end up losing Terrakion. If I had just gone into Mamoswine, that would have been huge for me. But we see Scarf this. Let's see, is it worth my while? It is not worth my while yet to go into that. So I'm going to go into Mamoswine here pretty clearly. We can click Earthquake. We do outspeed this. We outspeed everything. As, again, taking time, which is not good. But Blastoise right now is the big threat. If Blastoise is defensive, let's see. Blastoise, let's say it's max HP. We do less than half with Earthquake. The internet situation is not looking good right now. We're going to fire off said Earthquake. So switches out, completely fair. We know it's Scarf now, which is nice information, and Vorth comes in. Is that the Blastoise? It is the Blastoise. So we'll see if this is defensive or not. If you do like 30%, 35%, it's defensive. That is defensive. It's good to know. And it's leftovers, which means I'm pretty confident that it's not going to be a shell smashing set. Okay. Every time we get chip on this thing, it's good. What am I going into here? I think I go into Blastoise. If it goes for a flip turn, it goes for a flip turn, so be it. If it does go for a flip turn, do I stay in and just attack with Milo and go for flip turn myself? What are we going to see here? Scald. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We see leftovers, such as, again, fine with me. I can go for a flip turn here. That's my play. My play here is flip turn. And unfortunately, I may outspeed this. So do I actually want to just click recover and see what he does? I think I take any hit from anything that comes in. So I'm going to recover here, and we'll go from there. So he just switches out hard. I wish I went for flip turn there, but it's okay. Nameless comes in. That's fine. If this thing goes for an overdrive, it's fine. We go to Milo against Toxtricity. So let's see. Timid Overdrive will do 66 to 80. I'll take the hit. Boom Burst will do under half. I imagine Boom Burst is the play, to be honest. So I'm going to go for the flip turn here. Boom Burst is, yeah, it's definitely Boom Burst. There it is. There's the Boom Burst. So we take the hit pretty easily. It's going to do 39 to 46. Eat it up. And now we can flip turn out. And I can go into Mamo. I can try going into Mew. Or is it too early for Mew? It might be too early for Mew. This Boom Burst is going to do 51 to 60. Which is good. But I'm basically in range of any Scarfer. Which I don't want to deal with right now. I think Mamo is still the play for the time being. Mamo is still the play. We bring this thing in. We're bluffing a Scarf, really, and honestly, it's going to be effective. We're Adamant. No, we're Jolly Scarf. Unfortunately, we can't be Adamant. But Scarf Mamo, definitely an amazing Pokemon in this matchup here. Another Earthquake comes out. We'll see if he says, you know what? Oh, I'm going to kill this thing right now. He'll know right away if I'm Scarfed. He switches out. Into Vorth again. This thing is definitely not in range of 2. Definitely not in range of 2. It's close. It's so close, but it's not. It's very close. Okay. My play again is to go hard into Milo once more. I'm taking chip every single time, which really sucks, but I just have to do it. I can't afford to not. One more time of bringing in the Blastoise will get it in range. To that point, he has to sack every single thing when it comes into to Mamo. We see a Rest. Oh, okay, interesting. So it's Rest Blastoise with Scald. So Rest, Scald. What else? Interesting. Okay. It means that we can probably set up with Mew on this. That's for sure. So do I want to rest here? Do I want to flip turn here? What do I want to do? I think my play here is going to be to recover, and then I'll flip turn out, and we'll see what he does. It'll burn a turn of sleep. It'll burn both turns, actually. But we'll find out if it has sleep talk right now, which is going to be good information. Switches out. Go into Toxtricity. Nameless again. So this song and dance is going to keep going on over and over and over, and that's really unfortunate. But not the end of the world, that's for sure. Okay. You want to go for an electric move? Do I die to... I mean, I don't know if I can afford to lose Mammo right now, to be honest. So I think I just have to go for a flip turn here. And if he hits me, fine. With the Thunder, with the Overdrive, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Boomer. So we take this hit again. Not well, but we do take it. And we can flip turn out. Okay. And Mew is taking again 51 to 60 from this. Do I go Mew? Do I go Mammo? I think I'm going to go Mew. I'm going to go Mew here. I'm going to try to start putting some pressure on. The Blastoise is asleep for 2 turns still. So I can click a Dragon Dance and kind of go ham here. So let's Dragon Dance. Let's see what he does. Does he go hard into Blastoise? As much as I would think it's nice to click 2 Dragon Dances, it's just not the right decision. What is he going to do here? Switches out. What are you going into? Cinderace comes in. Okay, so we have the Dragon Dance off, which is awesome. And let's see. So Cinderace, without an item, choice band, Pyro Ball is a roll. We are at +1. Earthquake should KO. Earthquake should KO. We'll see if it's Scarfed. It'll be big information for us. It is not Scarfed. It is not Shucka. Is it Sash? It is not Sash. Mew. Oh my god. That's a crit. I don't think a crit mattered. With no bulk, Earthquake did 116 to 138. To put that in perspective, if he was max HP, it was 81% chance to Oko. So I'm not broken up about that at all. Which means that the only Mon left that I have to worry about really is the Dragapult in terms of the outspeeding me right now. And I can always switch this back out and come back in another time. Dragon Dance Mew, I was honestly hesitant about this set, but it's doing its work. It's doing its job. Vorth comes in. Well, we have Leaf Blade for this. So do I just go for Leaf Blade? Just go for Leaf Blade. Because again, we still have Mammo in the back. This thing gets weakened, we're in a good spot. Big damage. Also crits, wow. High crit move, I'm not against it. Do we see a Rest into a Roar or a Rest Sleep Talk? It's a Sleep Talk. Do we see a Scald? And if so, do we see a Burn? Dragon Tail. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. It's not the end of the world. In comes Milo. Is my play to recover? Because this thing is in range. It has one more turn of rest. Probably not, honestly. I think my play here is just to... is it Flip Turn or is it Ice Beam? No matter what happens, I die. And Ice Beam will give me more chip on this, which is cool, I guess. And Flip Turn, if I go for Flip Turn and it outspeeds me in Dragon Tails, or sorry, and I Dragon Tail against it, whatever, he Dragon Tails me, I switch into something, it's bad. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam here straight up, and we'll see what he does. Hopefully he goes hard into Toxtricity. That'd be nice. He just stays in. That's fine. Oh, man. I honestly think if he had gotten the roll for Sleep Talk, it was game over. I would have just swept with Mew. But no. It happens. It is what it is. I'm not mad at it, obviously. He prepped really well with the Dragon Tail. But, yeah. This is going to look good right now. We go hard into the Mew here, right? Torn is going to be a sack this game. Torn is going to be a sack this game. Is it Mew? I don't think it's Mew. Could be Mew though, because I have Castleberry for Dragapult. No, it's Mamo. It's Mamo. I gotta go Mamo here. That's a smart play. It's the right decision to make. Mamo's Earthquake against everything is really strong still. And we can Earthquake again. So we'll KO this. We'll KO Toxtricity. Jirachi could be Shucka. And because of that, Jirachi comes in, I probably want to switch out. I probably want to go into Torn to weaken it. Because Torn right now is my least expendable Mon. It's not as... It's nice, it's just not as nice as I want it to be. And Mamoswine, even if it's Dragapult that comes in, I can't. I have to switch out. No matter what comes in, I have to switch out. If it's Dragapult, I go hard into... oh, there's a Dragapult. Oh, no, it's this. Okay, so I'm switching out here for sure. I'm going to go hard into Torn. Well, its speed will be able to fire off a Life Orb Dark Pulse against it. So if Tornadus against Jirachi, I imagine it's going to be like a Flash Cannon or an Iron Head, which we should resist. Let's see. Flash Cannon, there we go. 120, oh my... Fuck, okay. That's fine. What does he have left? Well, nothing that appreciates a Dark Pulse. So unless that was specifically a Specs thing, or a Scarf thing rather, Dark Pulse should do a shit ton. So I'm gonna go for the Dark Pulse here. If it's max HP, no special defense, well, it's not even gonna do that anymore. It's gonna go hard into Nameless. So we're gonna be able to get a Dark Pulse off against this, which is huge. Which means that Mamoswine is less important now. So Dark Pulse comes out. And it lives. That's unfortunate. Is it though? I go ooh, do I go Mew? Mew against, what is this thing called? Toxtricity. None of this. Level 50. 60% most. It's 111. I take the hit. Do I try set? I think I try setting up again. I think I try setting up again. As long as I have Grimstone on the back for something, I'm fine. Alright, Mew. Oh, that Dragon Tail play. Getting the Dragon Tail was huge. So the max roll for Timid Scarf Boom Burst is 111. We Dragon Dance. Boom Burst, we live this hit unless it's modest. There we go. Dragon Dance up. Now it specifically has to be, what is the word I'm looking for? Well, the Jirachi's gonna live the hit anyways, but it specifically has to be, what is the word I'm looking for? Sucker Punch on Dragapult. So we get rid of this, which is good. So Mew's at +1. Jirachi. Let's say it's max HP. Well, first of all, I should probably calc to see. If it's max HP, Earthquake is 69 to 80. Mid-year, okay. It's this. Does it have Sucker Punch? It does not have Sucker Punch. We connect 1. We connect 2. We connect 3. There we go. Dragapult is gone. Mew has been amazing. Dragon Dance Mew is insane. Wow. If that was a if that's no bulk Jirachi, it takes the hit. So I don't know why he just wouldn't go into that. Maybe he just expected me to not have the triple axle. But here it's a free Earthquake. It's always a free Earthquake. I break a potential Shuckaberry. I will be punishing this thing with as much possibility as I can. And this, yes, there we go. It is Shuckaberry, so we made the right play switching out. And it's looking like it's going to be a 2-0 win here for us. So we're going to Earthquake. We're going to do a big amount of damage. And I imagine it's just going to get the kill on me. We're going to see what. Flash Cannon, yeah. So now I can go hard into Mamoswine. And Mamoswine to max defense, max HP, Impish, does 58 to 70. And even then, we have the Grimstone on the back. So I'm feeling good. In comes the Mamoswine. Wow, this was a close one. Honestly, it was going to look a lot worse if the Blastoise didn't Dragon Tail me out. If it went for Scald, for example, and didn't get the burn, it was going to be game over too. Because I would have probably been out of range of Flash Cannon from Jirachi. But here is the Earthquake, and your Montreal Milotic will advance to 2 wins, 1 loss with a +3 differential. Let's see. There we go. Well done, team. I'm super happy with that. Shoutouts to our front office, by the way, for all the help this week, especially to Incog and to Tiger. They were both able to provide us with mocks. Incog was able to give me like 5 of them, which was awesome, just to try out different things against different teams. But honestly, the Pokemon I was most worried about, being Mew, ended up being the Pokemon that was the MVP. And without it, we probably didn't win, considering how, I guess, well, it was a rest Blastoise, which caught me off guard. But hey, we'll take it. GG's to Die. Make sure to go and check them out. The link is down in the description, just like the rest of the coaches in the APA. Make sure to leave a like, of course, and subscribe if you haven't already. As a reminder, leaving a like will make me do 2 push-ups, and leaving a comment will let me do 5 sit-ups. And that'll be all posted on Twitter to make sure I'm actually doing it. So guys, thank you again for watching. Pivotal turns. What's an important turn in this game? I think definitely living the hit with the Toxtricity. It wasn't a roll. If it was timid, it was not a roll, which I will definitely take. If it was modest, then it was 100% a roll. I can actually take a look at that. Let's go Toxtricity. Let's see. Level 50, no item. It would have been. There was 5 rolls to count, so either way, it was a roll nonetheless. Well, either way, I'm saying it was a roll in my favor if it was modest, but I don't think it was modest. I think it was timid. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you all next time.